You're not reckless with money. You don't gamble it. You don't blow it on nonsense. You're not out here making wild bets on meme stocks at 2 a.m. You play it safe. And that's exactly what's costing you years. Not dollars, years. There's a version of you at 40 who did everything responsibly. Steady job, stable income, decent savings, no dramatic mistakes. And somehow, still behind. Not broke, just late. Late to freedom. Late to ownership. Late to the life you thought you'd already be building. Here's the uncomfortable bit. What looks safe right now might be the most expensive decision you're making. Because the real risk isn't losing money, it's losing time. And time doesn't send you a warning email. It just quietly compounds against you. Most people won't notice this until their 30s. Some not until their 40s. By then, the math isn't on their side anymore. So the question isn't, are you being careful? The question is, careful about what? Let's talk about the trap that feels responsible, but slowly steals leverage from your future. Because this gets worse if you ignore it. 1. The comfort career illusion. You tell yourself, I'll invest seriously once I'm earning more. I'll start building properly when I feel secure. Right now I just need stability. Sounds reasonable, very adult, very mature. Especially if you're in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, anywhere cost of living hits like a truck. You think, let me just lock in something solid first. Here's the twist. Stability without leverage is just controlled stagnation. You get the job. You learn the systems. You become dependable. You're the reliable one. The safe pair of hands. Good on you. But your income grows linearly. Your time, still capped at 24 hours. And while you're optimizing for safety, someone else is optimizing for ownership, equity, assets, skills that scale. Small uncomfortable truth. Your employer loves your stability more than you do. Because it makes you predictable. And predictable doesn't compound. Pause for a second. If your income stopped tomorrow, what would still grow? Not your salary, not your title, not your LinkedIn endorsements. Only assets grow without you. If you don't own something that compounds while you sleep, investments, equity, digital assets, businesses, even skill leverage, then you're trading prime years for temporary certainty. That's not security. That's rented stability. And rented stability has an expiry date. Most people don't realize this until layoffs hit, or until they wake up at 33 thinking, how did 5 years disappear? Here's where it tightens. You're not avoiding risk. You're choosing slow risk. And slow risk is harder to see. 2. The savings trap nobody questions. Let's go there. You save. You're disciplined. You move money into a high-yield savings account. You feel responsible. Nice, very Swiss of you, clean, structured, sensible. But here's the quiet tension. Cash feels safe because it doesn't fluctuate. It also doesn't grow meaningfully. Inflation doesn't care about your comfort. While you're protecting principal, your purchasing power erodes in the background. You won't feel it day to day. But over a decade, that's a different story. Ask yourself this and answer honestly. Are you holding excess cash because it's strategic? Or because volatility makes you uneasy? Be real. If your portfolio drops 15%, do you panic? If the market dips, do you suddenly want to wait until things calm down? That instinct feels safe. It's also the instinct that keeps people from compounding early. Long-term wealth isn't built by avoiding fluctuation. It's built by surviving it. And here's where it gets personal. If you're 22, 25, 28, volatility is your ally. Time smooths it out. But if you delay investing until you feel ready, you shrink your compounding window. 2 investors. One starts at 22 and invests modestly. One starts at 32 but invests more aggressively. Guess who often wins? The one who gave time a head start. Opportunity cost isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It's the decade you didn't let your money work because you were waiting to feel secure. And by the time you do feel secure, the cheap years are gone. That's not hype. That's math. 3. Lifestyle inflation, the polite trap. Now let's talk about the subtle flex. You earn more. You upgrade slightly. Better apartment, nicer car, more travel. Higher baseline comfort. Nothing wild. Just normal. This is where most Tier 1 earners get caught. Because the raises feel deserved. And they are. But every lifestyle upgrade raises your survival number. Meaning, the amount of money you need just to maintain your life quietly increases. And now, you can't take risks. You can't leave the job easily. You can't pivot. You can't downshift income to build something long-term. Because your lifestyle is heavier. Here's the uncomfortable realization moment. If your expenses match your income growth, you're not advancing and you're expanding your cage. I know, that stings a bit. You didn't mean to build a golden cage. You just wanted comfort. Totally fair. But comfort compounds into obligation, and obligation kills optionality. Financial freedom isn't about earning more. It's about keeping your life light enough to move. If you need 8K a month just to breathe, you're trapped at a higher altitude. This is where most people say, I'm doing fine. They are. That's the problem. Fine doesn't force urgency. Fine delays awakening. And every year of fine costs leverage. 4. Risk avoidance is still a bet. Let's zoom out. You think you're not betting. You're not day trading. You're not speculating. You're not launching startups out of your garage. But you are betting. You're betting that your job will remain stable. You're betting inflation won't outpace you. You're betting your health and energy will stay constant. You're betting time will wait. That's a lot of bets for someone who says they're risk-averse. There's a Norwegian phrase that loosely translates to standing. Still in a current, still moves you. That's what's happening. The economy moves. Technology moves. Asset prices move. If you don't move with them, you drift backward. You don't notice immediately. But 5 years later, the gap shows. Here's the mid-video discomfort moment. If nothing about your financial behavior changes in the next 3 years, are you genuinely on track for freedom? Or just stability? Take a breath before answering. Because stability and freedom are not the same thing. Stability keeps the lights on. Freedom gives you options. And what looks safe today might be the very thing delaying your options. This is where most people get it wrong. They think avoiding visible risk protects them. But invisible risk, lost compounding, lost skill growth, lost ownership, is often far more expensive. And it never trends on Twitter. So what do? Not panic, not swing to extremes, not throw your savings into the first opportunity that promises upside. Calm adjustments beat emotional pivots. The shift isn't from safe to reckless. It's from passive safety to strategic growth. Start thinking in terms of leverage. Leverage of time, leverage of capital, leverage of skills. Ask yourself, what do I own that grows without my daily effort? What skills am I building that increase my earning ceiling, not just my current salary? Is my lifestyle flexible enough to let me take calculated risks? This isn't about hustle culture. It's about optionality. The goal isn't to escape work tomorrow. It's to avoid being cornered later. You want a system where income grows beyond hours. Investments compound automatically. Expenses don't choke mobility. Risk is intentional, not accidental. And here's the calm truth. You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to stop confusing comfort with safety. Real safety is diversified income. Real safety is assets. Real safety is time on your side. When you're young, time is your unfair advantage. But it expires, quietly. The earlier you let capital work, the less pressure your future self carries. Imagine 35-year-old you. Not stressed, not scrambling, not playing catch-up. Because 25-year-old you chose ownership over optics. That's the shift. From looking stable to being powerful. And power in finance is simple. Options. If you've made it this far, you already feel it. That subtle tension. You're not broke. You're careful, but careful might be leaking ears. And if this hit a bit close to home, there's a deeper layer to this conversation. Because sometimes the issue isn't money. It's time, and the way we casually trade it. On the end screen, watch You're Not Broke, You're Leaking Time. It connects directly to this. If what looks safe is costing you years, that video shows you where those years are actually slipping. No drama, no guru energy, just clarity. I'll see you there.